We are having a renaissance of Predator figures from Hot Toys. That is because Hot Toys has just dropped teaser photos of an upcoming pre-order of Njohrr, aka the father from Predator Badlands. We're going to go ahead and take a look at this figure, see what it has to offer, see if it has a place in your collection, and we'll also take a look at the reception it's getting on Instagram. Let's get started. So this is Njohrr, the 1/6 scale action figure from Hot Toys that will be releasing on January 27th to June 2027. So this is going to give you some time to get your pre-orders in order, make sure that you want this figure, and get those funds together. Luckily, after what we saw from the Crow figure, we don't have to approach that $700 mark. We're going to drop it down to a mere $370. But I do think it's worth the money, judging by the size of the figure and the accessories it comes with. Here is our splash page of Njohrr, aka the father from Badlands. As we can see here, he does have that Viking style mask on in this shot. He does have his blade that's got the laser edge on it. The energy blade, which I did like in the movie. It was a cool new effect that I hadn't really seen from Predators beforehand. So I did like that. Honestly, I wasn't the biggest fan of Badlands, but the character designs, I'm not going to lie, they're freaking dope. I'm thinking about picking up either Dex or even the father, or maybe even both. On the overview of the figure, here we have Njohrr the father. Now, he is going to come with two different interchangeable mandibles, separate rolling eyeballs. That is a dope feature. He does have that gnarly looking cape, the energy blade weapon, two different wrist blades with a different option for it being energized, and a little bit of damage, battle damage. We also have, of course, the plasma caster, because what kind of predator are you if you don't have a plasma caster? Don't tell Dex I said that. A shuriken style weapon, and these crazy shoulder pads. We have a standard base, nothing too fancy, and a few accessorized hands. Here we have a close-up of the head sculpt, and I gotta say, it's absolutely phenomenal. We have those white dreads, those tentacle dreads. We have the whiskers all on his face. They appear to be painted on. I don't think the quills are actually sticking out. So I understand why they can't do that. It'd be a little bit too much. But we do also have the chin hair, which I'm gonna take issue in the movie. I thought the chin hair was a little bit strange, but we're gonna roll with it. This character has a Viking type vibe, so I guess they just decided to throw that in. And so we have this here in the figure. It is accurate. That open mandible faceplate looks freaking crazy. Now I want to take special note of those eyes though. Those eyes look really, really good. I did have a little bit issue of the previous version, the Feral Predator. I wasn't quite a fan of the way that he did his eyes. They looked a little bit lifeless. These look really, really good. Here goes a close-up of a few of the forearm accessories. Of course, we have that gauntlet. We do have that leather-like forearm clothing right there. Hopefully that's not pleather. And there goes one of the set of blades. We have that swap out hand with battle damage from a blade, and the energized bladed weapon itself. I want to pay special attention to these chains on his armor. These appear to be real chains. They may not actually be separate pieces, but they appear to be. Like maybe each link is not separate, but it doesn't matter because it's selling the illusion to me, so much so I can't even tell. There goes that antler-like headdress and the bone shoulder pads. Now they did not skimp out on the scaling. This guy is gigantic. He's going to stand clearly over Dex because that's how it was in the movie. He's the father. He's a much larger character. Dex was the runt of the litter, right? So this guy's coming in at 37 centimeters, which is going to be 14.5 inches. So this is going to be a large character. Here we have an in-your-face, face-forward, stand-up shot of Njohrr, the father. And he is a menacing looking character, to be honest with you. Now, if you want to go ahead and do that museum type pose, he's got so many accessories on him. He just looks phenomenal. You got that plasma caster cannon on his shoulder. He's got his headdress. You got the bladed weapon. This thing's going to be phenomenal in a collection. I can see it now. Some of my favorite figures from Hot Toys are the ones that have a lot of accessories. It's a totally different genre, but my Captain Jack Sparrow, that figure goes hard. It's got so much stuff that comes with it. It is a visual delight. Here we have an action pose of the father stepping off the base, ready to swing his weapon. Check out those dreads, those white dreads. And here he is rocking his bladed gauntlet. A perspective shot showing how menacingly huge this character is. This is going to be very cool to pair up with Dex if you have him on pre-order as well. Now we have him with the closed mandibles. The guy's gonna look menacing no matter what, but here's a little bit more subtle look when he's not in complete rage berserker mode. Taking a look at the armor, it's got so much details, this little pitting, this little metallic effect. You have all these different like slates on the shoulder pads. It's got so much detail. It's looking phenomenal. I could see why it's charging $370. Even the shuriken has detail. Now we have a glamour shot of that headdress that appears to be Viking style antlers. They were not lacking when they were doing the sculpting on this figure. But what does everybody else think about this figure? Let's take a look at a few Instagram comments that I found. So first comment on deck is God level aura from this dude, triple fire emoji. I gotta say, for sure, this guy looks freaking phenomenal. There ain't no lie that the father, as soon as he showed up on screen in the movie, was aura forming everybody hardcore. Ain't gonna lie, dude was intimidating. Another comment, Yautja's chin hair will forever be odd to me. It just doesn't compute, LOL. With that, I gotta agree. When I first saw it on screen, I was like, hold up, wait a minute. Yautjas don't have hair, nonetheless beards that are braided, Viking style. But you know, it was a cool movie for the most part, so we're gonna roll with it. Here we have another comment that states, nice head sculpt, but seriously, shouldn't you give him LED lighting features? Also, please do not use fake leather again on his clothes. Yeah, so I saw some comments on the Dex figure previously that they were criticizing that they wanted LED features on the bladed weapon. And I gotta say, I gotta agree. If we could do it for lightsabers, we could do it for Predators. Now, on the issue of those pleather clothes, Hot Toys, you got to make an effort in 2026 and 2027 to ditch the pleather, come out with something else. Unless you could guarantee that the pleather does not fake, then, you know, I'm good with that. Everything doesn't have to be top fine grain leather, but it just shouldn't flake. We spend too much money on these figures. Give us something that's going to at least last us 2 decades. You got to do that. These things are expensive. 3 laser dots on my wallet. I definitely feel that. I feel like I'm being targeted by Hot Toys, at least my bank account. What can you do? Hot Toys, hear my plea. Kwai next. Please, I beg you. I will fork up an unfathomable amount of money. Yeah, we got to get Kwai on deck. If you're going to go ahead and do the father, we got Dex. We need Kwai. But maybe don't tell Hot Toys you're going to pay an unfathomable amount. And for the last comment, 37 centimeters. Hot Toys, now you finally got the height right. Thank you so much. And I gotta agree, getting the sizing on these figures, especially when you pair them up, it has to match. It has to be screen accurate. So I applaud Hot Toys for paying special attention to that. So that is the preview of Njohrr the Father from Badlands. You gotta let me know in the comments below. Are you looking to pick up this guy? Is the price too high? You're not interested? Were you a fan of the movie? Let me know. And I will check you guys out in the next one. Thank you for checking it out. Peace.